Hi, Brian Stecker here again, certified personal trainer and baby boomer fitness expert, where today I'm going to talk about exercise for women over 40 and key areas to focus on when you're working out. So some of the key areas you want to focus on when working out, you want to focus on your exercise selection, you want to focus on your sets, you want to focus on your tempo, your rest, your reps, and your intensity. So ladies, what have you found, two parts of this, what have you guys found have been the most effective exercises that work for you when it comes to getting fat loss and transforming your physique?
I'd say anything that works major muscle groups. I see a lot of ladies like working on bicep curls and tricep extensions, and I mean that's great, but I think more effective are pull-ups, chest press, walking lunges, and then depending on what you're trying to hit.
Okay, so you found those effective for you?
I would have to agree with that. Yeah. Big muscle groups.
Yeah. And especially for exercise selection, focus on those big muscle groups. We demonstrated that exercise video earlier. If not, we can put that down in the description box below. But the big muscle groups, because a lot of times when I'm working with women for the first time, or I see somebody sign up at a big box gym for the first time, they'll go to the machine that's a press down, a curl, an extension, a lateral raise, but then they're there for 3 weeks, they walk on a treadmill, and there's zero results. And then you get frustrated. And most people aren't willing to say, I'm going to change my approach, there's got to be a different way. They say it can't work. Those TV commercials were right about that special ab doohickey that's going to help me lose weight, but we all know where that ends up. Underneath the couch, underneath the sofa, or that treadmill at home becomes the best, most expensive clothes hanger in the house. So exercise selection is going to be key, and focus on those big muscle groups. The next one is the number of sets that you want to focus on with a typical exercise to improve. So like say, how many sets should I do for my triceps? How many should I do for my biceps when it comes to fat loss? Perry, what have you found have worked the best for you when it comes to number of sets for say a specific muscle group?
Well, I know per exercise I usually do anywhere between 3 to 5 sets.
Okay.
Depending on how much volume I want to do, but wasn't there like a golden rule that you said like 120 reps per muscle group?
Yeah, if you're wanting to get hypertrophy or that muscle endurance, fat burning, anywhere from that 80 to 120 repetitions in a workout. Yeah, so that would be good for reps. So you would divide that up over a number of exercises, and it could be 3 exercises, it could be 5 exercises. This comes down to how you want to approach it. Kelly, how about you? How many sets have you found that are effective for yourself?
For myself, do 4 to 5 reps. 4 to 5 sets.
4 to 5 sets. Okay.
4 to 5 sets, 10 to 12 reps per.
Okay. So you're getting that volume in there that's going to get the work. So if you were looking for them to say, go down the street, buy the magic pill, and use a shake, I won't say it, but that television commercial with that doohickey, then you're going to have to go somewhere else. So sorry for that. So the next one I'm going to have them demonstrate is tempo, because a lot of times you see people go to the gym, they're on the machine, and they're just cranking through it, and they're not seeing any results. So the other one's called tempo. That's the speed at which you're moving, which is going to create time under tension. Basically, you want to put tension on the muscle over a period of time to get that result. And to get that fat loss, you're going to want that 40 to 60 seconds time under tension. If you're looking to build muscle, at least 40 seconds. If you're looking to have fat burning, 60 seconds. So Kelly, I want you to demonstrate some squats, working at like a faster pace, and I'm going to have Perry here demonstrate a squat with time under tension. So we'll just do our squat here, feet shoulder width apart, toes turned out, and just do it at a faster pace, and do 10 reps. And Jason will put this on camera of how long it took to do it. That's 10? Is that 10?
That is 10.
That was 10. Okay. So I was watching the clock up there, and we can go back later and check this out, but that was about 20 seconds. So if you're looking for that fat loss, that's where you could be running into some hiccups also. That was 20 seconds to do 10 repetitions. So you're going to have to go a little longer, but I'm going to have Perry demonstrate 10 squats that take 40 seconds. So Perry, I want you to lower yourself under control on a count of 5 up on one for 10 seconds, and the viewers at home, I want you to see the difference of this time under tension, so you start applying this to get the results that you want. Yep, keeping those shoulders tall, deep breath in, and lowering on a count of 5, and back up on 1. It's a little fast, let's slow it down a little bit. A little slower, about a second fast. There you go. Good tempo. I think that's 5. If my number is wrong, I'm just counting like a trainer. I just want you to have great results.
Your count's
It is.
but I keep track.
Well done. Now that took about 46 seconds to complete. So do you notice the difference there? Kelly was moving a little bit faster. Perry was moving a little bit slower. Now this is the next step to this question is, how did you notice any physiological changes? Were you breathing heavier? Were you tired at all? What did you feel when you completed that set?
Right, so when I was doing it faster, I was definitely noticing my breathing was getting faded. So I'm just like, okay, I'm moving faster. It was more, I won't say cardio, but my heart rate was really going.
It was really going. Did you feel any, what did your muscles feel like?
My quads were tired.
Your quads were tired?
Yes.
Okay. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 they were not tired at all, 10 they were totally fatigued. Where were you?
I would say probably about a 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay. So, Perry, you did the squats with time under tension. What did you notice physiological changes for yourself just from doing that one set?
Well, definitely had tension in the legs. Probably wasn't breathing as heavily as Kelly was. So I was able to get some oxygen to the muscle. Yeah, no, so I mean, there was definitely tension.
There was tension in the muscle. And then for intensity-wise, 1 wasn't fatigued at all, 10 you were totally fatigued. Where were you?
6 or 7.
6 or 7. So that was kind of the key point that I wanted to hear here was what was the intensity like? So the intensity, if you noticed, when Perry kept her tempo at a slower pace, the intensity of the exercise went up. So it's not necessarily the weight that you need to use all the time to get intensity, it's the time it takes you to complete that. So just keep that in mind. Say you're doing those 10 reps, you're going to have to do those 5 seconds down, up on 1 to get the results. And that's where a lot of people run into trouble. We'll talk about rest cycle a little bit here. For getting fat loss, we're going to want to shoot for big muscle groups, about 120 seconds of rest. So say you're doing a deadlift, say you're doing a squat, say you're doing a pull-up, you're doing a bench press for 10 repetitions with these tempos, you're going to want to take those 2 minutes rest. If you're doing tricep extension, dumbbell curls, some push-ups, your rest cycles are going to be a little bit lower, in that 30 to upwards of 60-second range of lateral raises, some shoulder presses and whatnot. So those would be the rest ranges. Now reps is going to be a little bit differently. If you're a beginner, you could get away with, say, 3 sets of 15 to 20 to get fat loss. If you're more advanced like these two, you would do, say, like 4 to 6 sets, and you would take, say, 4 exercises, say like a incline bench press, a goblet squat, walking lunge, and a pull-up. And you do those 4 exercises, and you do 6 rounds of those exercises, and only 10 to 12 repetitions. So reps is all about your experience level and your conditioning level. So if you're a beginner, you're probably going to do more reps, less sets. If you're more advanced, you're probably going to do less reps, and you're going to do more sets. So that's one way to go. How have you noticed from beginning to now with the number of sets you're doing with reps? Have you noticed that you guys went more that endurance level? Then what have you noticed between the two? Let's say you do 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps versus now. What do you notice there when you do those?
When I do those heavier sets, there's definitely, I have to go lighter in weight. There's more fatigue in the muscle. And so you're really, it's more endurance training.
Yep.
Seeing how fast you can do it. And,
Yeah, I would hit on that 100%. It's more endurance training, and yeah, you're going to have to use lighter weights. If you're at home taking notes, write that one down. So, how about you?
I'll just say usually when I start a workout, I will do heavier weights and less reps, and then near the end of my workout, as I start to fatigue, then I will take it up 15 to 20 reps, per set, just to kind of burn out the muscle, because at that point, you're fatigued.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a key right there. And then what have you noticed for yourself when you're doing now, say, in that 10 to 12 rep range, and you're doing circuits? What have you know? What are some distinctions there that you've learned?
For me, it's definitely when I'm doing more circuit training, it's more muscle fatigue, because you're jumping from one activity to another. So you just want to be consistent and do the weight that you can do for 10 to 12 reps consistently throughout your circuits.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I just think doing circuit training, if we're talking about circuit training, it's just more time effective. So depending on what you're doing, if you're working the same muscle group back to back, I think that's going to determine how much weight and how many reps you can do versus if you're switching from like a chest exercise to a back exercise, you'll probably be able to be a little bit stronger and do that.
Outstanding. And then the last point is intensity. So intensity it can be done in a lot of different ways. One we showed, which is time under tension, and the other one is picking the weights that you want to use. So some intensity when you're first starting out and you're doing those 15 to 20 repetitions, Kelly hit it on the head. You're going to probably have to use a little bit lighter weight. You're going to keep that tempo, but that intensity is going to be there. Now as you become more experienced, you're going to have to start challenging yourself. So say you're doing 10 to 12 repetitions, you're going to have to up that weight. And this is a key point that I really want to hit on is I run these small group training classes, and it's after people have been doing boot camps for a long period of time. In the boot camps, they're just trying to familiarize themselves with working out again, losing some body fat. But then there are some people that say, hey, I know there's another level, I want to take it to another level. And they do the small group training. And the very first thing I know in these group trainings is I'll say, hey, I want you to do 10 reps, and I want you to only pick a weight you can do for 10 reps with good form. And the first thing they reach for is the 8-pound dumbbell. So if you're at home, and there's nothing wrong with the 8-pound dumbbell. I'm just saying, if you're going to do 10 reps and you pick the 8-pound dumbbell up, but you can do 20 reps, you've really got to challenge yourself and say, okay, I don't know if I can do 12, I don't know if I can do 15 pounds, right, for 10 reps, but at least challenge yourself to go for those 10s. And say, okay, I did 10, but I probably could have done 15. Okay, now you need to up it again. What are some points that you've noticed around intensity that you've noticed for yourself to get those results?
For me, it's reaching that other level. So can I go heavier? And can I get that muscle growth? If I can't go heavier, I do what I can, and then I do a drop set where I pick up a lighter weight and just finish it off. That's perfectly fine. Awesome. But you got to push yourself. Yeah, you got to push yourself and challenge yourself with those different weights.
Yeah, I know for me, and this is where you kind of help me, is I always think I can't lift as heavy as I can. So I always have to force myself to pick weights that are heavier, and then kind of what Kelly says, if I can't complete my set, then I can always drop set it. But I always find it not a waste of time, but if I start lighter and then I could have done a lot more reps, then I'm like, oh, I just kind of wasted that set. So always go heavier. Within reason, of course.
Yeah.
Don't injure yourself. But then, go down.
That's the key point is like, this is where Perry did make the jump is she would always question herself of, can I go heavier? And I'd be like, yeah, you can. And this is where I'll come back to that. But I would always watch first. I always watch form. Okay, so the form's good. Okay, not one arm's going up over the other, or you're doing a squat and the bar's wiggling, or your knees are shooting outward or shooting inward. I'm always watching form. So form first. The second thing I'm looking for when you were lifting was, are we able to control the weight? Are we able to keep that? I keep coming home to this one, it's the tempo. Are we able to control that tempo? And then this is the point that I just wanted to hit on, is where I get called a bad counter. And why I do this on purpose is I'll say do 10 reps, and I'll say, no, you got 2 more, and she'll crank out 2 more. And I'm like, no, you got 2 more, and then she'll do 2 more, she'll do 14, and our goal was 10, and she kept the form, she kept the tempo, and I was like, see, you just did this, and I'll throw another 5 pounds on each side, and we found the true weight to use for those 10 reps. So I think what you'll find at home, most people stop 2 reps short of what they can actually do. So that's the one that I see people messing up the most outside of exercise selection would be that intensity. And so, you know, put the cell phone away and you just gotta start, ease your way into the workout, do a couple warm-up rounds, and then bring that mindset of, you know what, challenge yourself, bring it on, and it's gonna bring a fun challenge to your workout. So, any other last points that people need to really focus on when it comes to their workouts for fat loss and getting the results they want? Well, that basically answers it right there. So those are the top areas that you should focus on for fat loss for females over the age of 40. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just drop them below and I'll be more than happy to create more great content like this for you. I would love to hear what you liked best about this video. So down below, you'll see a comment section. Just leave your comments, and I want to thank you so much for the comments you've been leaving me over the months, and I've been getting back to filling those out. Also down below in the description box, you'll see a link, and in that description box with that link, you want to click it, and it's going to take you to another page where you're going to get 4 free workouts. To get those 4 free workouts, you just have to enter your email address. So go down below, click the link, and we're going to get you those workouts right away by entering your email address. Also, down below, make sure you click the subscribe button so you get updated when we release all this great content. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you so much for your comments. Go get your free workouts, and you guys make it a great day.